Okay, if you've got a small ball, I'd love for you to grab that so that we can do class together today. But if you haven't got a small ball, don't worry about it. Everything will work without the ball. It just gives you a little bit of a different dynamic, a little more intensity. So what we'll begin with is placing that ball between the ankles, okay? And we're going to reach those legs out as far as we can while still sitting up on the sit bones. The hands will slide behind the thighs, and we'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, our hands will slide up the back of the thighs slightly, and the belly will pull back, and the shoulders are going to drop down. So chin draws towards the chest, sternum softens, lower ribs fall towards the hip bones, and then we inhale and lengthen it all up. Exhale, round and reach. Keep your hands behind your thighs if you need them. Reach your arms out. If you're feeling strong and you want a little bit more, reach your arms out and up. But let's not lose that C curve or the lower ribs dropping towards the hip bones and finding that contraction in the abs. Arms can reach up a little bit more to create a little more challenge for the core. We're going to go 2 more times. And 1 more time. And we'll hold this one up. We'll bring our ball a little bit higher into the inner thigh area, squeezing it not on the knee joint, but drawing the legs together. If you haven't got a ball, those legs are going to be the width of your mat. Sit bones, again, firmly planted on your mat, and arms are going to be in the genie position. Glide your shoulders away from your ears, and inhale, rotate as far as you can to one side, but keep your chin in line with whatever side you're rotating to, that elbow on that side. We're going to come on back. Inhale over, exhale. On your exhale phase, I want you to go ahead and give that ball a little squeeze. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Let's do this just one more time. And from here, we're going to take that ball back between the ankles, okay? We'll bring our heels a little bit closer to the glutes. Scoop the belly, find your C curve, exhale, hold it here. This can be your option. If you feel like you want to change that option, you can extend the legs however far is available to you. And that's going to be what we start with. Just exhale, stretch, and inhale, reach. We'll do it just 2 more times. Exhale, stretch, inhale, reach. 1 more time. Exhale, stretch, inhale, reach. Taking one foot and tucking it behind the other. We're going to come up. Now this hand is going to be real close to the forward edge of your mat. And you're going to lift up and look at the corner of that mat. Come down. We're going to pause in the center. Take the ball, put it between the legs, reach it out, grab the ball, step to the other side, and lift up. Okay? So we have reach and lift. And you'll see I'm going to change this up a little bit so you can come on to just a lean. You can come on to the knee. And you can come all the way up to a full side reach or side bend. Okay, last set. We reach. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You're going to bring that ball right into the space between the inner thighs again and find that tabletop position. This is your option. We'll rock back, rock up, and find our balance. Inhale, exhale. Keep that going if you like it. Otherwise, cross your legs. We're going to go into the crab, grabbing our feet with our pinchers, holding the ball in your center. This is going to take a little bit more. We rock back, rock up, and switcheroo. Inhale, exhale, and switch. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, and switch. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and switch. Reaching stand without the ball, so just do the exercise and ignore the ball. We're going to bring the hands up with or without a ball, okay? And right from here, we're just going to open the legs wide enough to take the ball between the inner thighs. Hands rest on the floor. The feet are as wide as the knees. And as you exhale, squeeze the ball. If you notice that your knees are calling your attention, maybe bring your feet a little bit closer together. You can also open your arms, palms up, rolling the shoulders back. Ribs stay relaxed on the mat. Not forcing your low back down, but you're not feeling strain at the back of the waist. We're just going to inhale, prepare, exhale, squeeze. Now this could be your exercise. And again, if you don't happen to have a ball, you can still just bring your legs entirely together and squeeze your inner thighs without the ball, okay? But I am going to add a bridge to this. So if you're doing that squeeze without the ball and you need to widen the legs and leave the squeeze out of it. Here we go. We exhale, lift, like you're zipping up your tight jeans before there was stretch. We inhale, lower. Hip fold. The hips unfold, the hips refold. So the front of the hip joint just opens and closes. The body lifts in one piece. We use our breath. Exhale, squeeze that ball. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze that ball. Inhale, lower. 4 more times. Now on the next one, hold it up and give me a tiny little inner thigh pulse. We press in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the squeeze. Roll down through the spine. Walk your heels towards your hips. Let your hands gently wrap around the backs of the thighs. We're going to exhale, fold the knees towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach them down, only as far as you can without your back straining. Exhale, reach. Now as you do this, I do want you to squeeze your ball, and if you don't need your hands behind your thighs, they can either be on the mat, that would be the next step. But if you're feeling really strong, when your legs go down, your arms can go up. And the range of motion is your own, so explore what you're capable of doing. You want to feel a challenge, that you can manage. We're going 2 more times. And 1 more time. Hold the legs up. We're going to take that ball and place it between the ankles. Slide the knees out as much over the hip joints as you can without feeling strain in the low back. So bring those legs closer if you need to. A little farther out will be more challenging. A little farther out will be even more challenging. So figure out what's going to work on you. We are going to externally rotate. Heels pinch in towards one another. Knees are open. Without a ball, it's simply a Pilates B or first position. And we'll take the legs and just close the knees and open the knees. We close those knees and open the knees. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. 4 more times. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and hold it open. Lengthen the legs on a diagonal away from you and on a diagonal towards you. Exhale and inhale. Now I am pointing and flexing my feet, but you can leave the ankle articulation out of it if it's just one more thing to think about. But when you go out, you don't want to feel your back strain or arch, and when you come in, you don't want to feel your tail roll off of the floor. So that sacral area, the flat part of the pelvis, that stays firmly anchored into the mat. Here's the last one. We're going to stay right here. Roll the head and shoulders up. Bring the hands behind the head. Lower the legs down and lift the legs up. Lower the legs down and lift the legs up. 4 more. Lower and lift and lower and lift. Should start to feel a little work in not only the core but in the inner thigh area. Here's that last ball or squeeze and extend. You'll know if you should extend the legs. If you're having a hard time keeping your shoulder down, stick with just the bent knee variation. Or you can kind of find your middle ground where you're stretching a little with the squeeze, getting an extra bit of effort, but still able to maintain good alignment. So can with the ball. We got one more here. Good, and now we're going to stretch those legs up, and we're just going to roll the ball between the ankles. One foot comes on top of the other. Now, if you have no ball, you're just doing a little imaginary circle with the legs. One up, one down. Okay? We've got 3 more. And 2. And 1. About ready to do a couple of exercises I know you're familiar with. So we're going to drop that ball. And we'll roll the head and shoulders up. And we'll go single straight leg stretch or scissors with the ball coming underneath the legs. If you haven't got a ball, you're just bringing the legs in. There's no pulse on this one. You're just reaching long for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and finish it up. Ball goes back between the ankles. We hug the knees in. We've got one more exercise here before we move on. We're going to extend the arms back like you're making the Y in the YMCA dance. We're going to lift the ball up so we can see it, or the feet. You're either looking at feet together or feet holding the ball. We lengthen as far away from ourselves as we can, keeping the back from straining, but feeling a good solid effort on the core. And then we circle the arms to return. Everything hugs into a ball. Now when you do this, if it doesn't feel good to make that circular movement, I encourage you to do it in a more linear up and down fashion. Okay? So here we are. We reach away. We draw in. For those of you that have no issues with your neck or shoulders and you're feeling up for it, roll your chin to your chest and look right towards your feet or the ball. Roll your shoulders down. Keep looking at your feet or the ball, but not the ceiling. Your arms are right by your ears, and we exhale. 2 more. Breathing in. And last one. We're going to use this movement to come on up. We'll take our ball, and we're going to tuck it underneath our ankles, or underneath our bum, between our ankles. I got it. All right, so there you are. You're sitting on your ball. Again, if you don't have a ball and this position doesn't work for your knees, you can be fully up on the knee joint. If that's not comfortable, roll your mat up, get yourself some kind of knee pad, whether it's a hand towel or a blanket, or even a kneeling cushion that you might use in the garden. I just brushed it off first. All right, so here we are. We're going to take this movement and just bring it up and bring it down. This is genie. We're not using the genie arms, but we are unfolding the hips, refolding the hips, and we're going to add a little bit of movement to this. So we'll stay up. We're going to open the arm, close the arm, and then sit down. We'll use the other arm next time. Reach it up, open it back, return it in, sit it down with control. Exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale. as you stretch your arm back, you're going to bend that leg. If it's available to you, look at the hand. If it's available to you, reach back with the hand towards the foot and bring it all back. Now here's what you can do with the ball. You tap the ball to your foot. You tap the ball to the foot. And you're going to give me just 3 more. And last one. Good. Bringing that down, we'll sink back, take a quick stretch. Undulate up through the spine, reaching the second foot back, creating that little bit of a diagonal. We lift and lower that leg. We decide if we're up for lifting and lowering the hand width. We're going to see if we can hold that position. Reaching the arm back, eye focus goes towards the hand, folding the leg. That might be enough, or you can reach further back. Reach it all forward, reach it all back. Add the ball if you wish. Tap the foot. 2 more. 1 more. Hanging out here, we're going to take that ball between the ankles and sink back for our stretch. One last exercise. You are walking your hands forward, shoulders glide away from your ears. Your toes will curl. We're going to go ahead and drop the hips and reach the hips back. So fold those hips, unfold those hips. Hands can be here if that's a better choice for you. Okay? Forearms on the mat. Now, if it's feeling like that's enough of a challenge, you're going to stick with that. But if you've got a little bit more, you're going to dive out for a moment and come back in. Dive out for a moment and come back in. No matter which variation you're doing, hands, forearms, knees, toes, you're going to hold the next one out. So whatever you're up for, there you are. Shoulders glide away from the ears, belly pulls in and up. Your legs, whether you're on your knees or on your toes, your legs are squeezing towards one another like crazy. You're breathing and you're wondering when I'm going to stop talking. And that's probably never going to happen. But for today's purposes, we're going to release the legs and sink back. Rolling up through the spine, open the chest and shoulders. Good, relaxing those legs, coming forward. Now, I was using a bender ball today, which is an excellent ball, but any 8 to 10 inch pliant exercise ball will do the trick. A kid's play ball will sometimes work as well. Has to have a little give to it, and sometimes they're too big and too hard. My dog actually has a little ball that she plays with, but if I were going to use that, I'd have to get her permission first. Okay? If it wasn't quite enough of a workout, you could do more repetitions of any of those exercises, but for today, that's going to be our small ball flow. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.